Hey guys. Alright, so the video down below is from Brandon Tatum, and he was reacting to Andrew Yang's, whatever you want to call it. He had two grown men get on their knees and accept an offering from him in the form of whipped cream, and his campaign staffer had to stop him before he fully served the second guy. And it was a very weird moment, to say the least. I don't know how his supporters feel about this. I'm sure they'll let me know in the comment section down below. They'll either say, well, this is clearly a smear on the media's part. They're trying to smear an outsider candidate like Andrew Yang. And some of his supporters may say, well, this isn't really a big deal. Just deal with it. You're going to get $1,000 a month, whether you like it or not, you bigot, this kind of thing. You really are so stupid. You really do need free college. That's literally a comment that I've gotten from Yang's base. Anyways, I have to agree with Styx, though, because Styx came out, excuse me, he came out, this was several months ago when he was talking about Andrew Yang crying over gun violence, and he had said, well, I look at Yang and he's like always sweating, he might be an alcoholic. So they were celebrating the opening of a campaign office in the video down below. And, when drunk people celebrate, they tend to get drunk. Rather, when alcoholics tend to celebrate, they like to get drunk. And maybe Andrew Yang was drunk here. That's probably why he didn't use very good judgment. Thinking about the optics of this, it doesn't look good. For a candidate that isn't generally taken that seriously by the average American voter, this is certainly not going to help him. And, I don't need this to confirm my suspicion that, Andrew Yang is kind of a joke candidate. I look at his policies and I'm like, this is just socialism. It's communism. He wants to redistribute wealth to people. And he's essentially anti-worker in the sense that he's saying, well, your job is going to be done by machines one day, so why don't you just take this $1,000, you bigot? I don't like the idea, personally. Like I've said before, I would support UBI if it was in the form of tax cuts. Like if we were to shrink our government to the point where we would actually be giving, like in terms of reducing spending, and if that would lead to us Americans, us actual workers, not illegal immigrants like Andrew Yang wants to give health care to. But if we were to be able to reap in some of the benefits of a decrease in spending, that would be really nice. And that would be the only way I could see UBI working. But Andrew Yang wants to take money from other people, from the top 1%, as Bernie would say. So I think that, you look at this. What is he going to do now? Is he going to drop out? Is this a moment where you say, well, this was obviously very bad in terms of optics? Would you say that, or would he just keep going? It is, we'll see what happens, honestly. I think that he should keep going because you look at the rest of the field and you say, well, a lot of these people really aren't that original. A lot of them are basically just scratching each other's backs. They're just repeating DNC talking points. Andrew Yang, give him credit for being original in some ways. He could potentially still be a front runner, because a lot of the Dems, they really do suck. I mean, I agree with Styx. They have a lot of problems, and excuse me. And I mean, I don't know what else to say. I mean, you look at the current Dem pack overall; it's a total mess. There isn't really any moderate type candidates that are viable to challenge Trump, and even the ones that are demented. Like you look at Biden. Recently, he was talking about how he was, a fan of going to his local public pool and having kids sit on his lap and rub his legs. So just really weird shit there. And anyways, but that's a video for another day. But yeah, just look, in closing, I think Andrew Yang, he has made a really big mistake here. I think, other than his policies, which really do suck, this is probably going to be the final nail in his coffin, I think that, I don't think he should drop out. I think he should, try and prove to to the general populace that like, oh, I'm not going to let a moment like this, embarrass me. And maybe he's waking up the next day and saying, well, that was really stupid of me to do. I don't know. But we'll see what happens, and I'm very curious to see what you Yang Gang supporters have to say to me, because you guys have been so diligent in terms of commenting on my videos about Andrew Yang. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. God bless. My arm's getting tired. I gotta go. Bye.